So this is a vlog about van life. Since I did van life I lived in a Nissan Xterra for 2 years, and I lived in a Dodge Durango for like 3 years. I did 5 years, yeah. My images from 5 years ago are of me doing van life. Some of it had to do with drugs. I was smoking weed a lot then. I wouldn't do it while driving. I would go like out in the wilderness and just sit there. I never got in trouble. No one ever cared. But I don't do that. I don't actually recommend doing that. There's some euphoria associated with that, but I don't know if it's genuine euphoria. I don't know if it's good for you. I call it lung glue. It's possible that you feel high while it's hurting you. Right? Weed. Pull some weeds, right? It's like a slave thing. Like, oh, you want to get high, huh? All right, well, here's something for you. It's like you want to know God. You want to go to heaven. Here's something for you. So, yeah. It's like circumcision, kind of. So, I had to know. One of the reasons I did that is I was like, can I trust that? And I was really paying attention. And over time, I decided, no, can't trust it at all. People tried to warn me, of course, but I had to find out for myself, which I'm glad I did. Changed my voice on the matter. I used to be pro legalization, right? I was one of the voices. I was like, yeah, it's fine. Snoop Dogg does it. I was going to talk about Planet Fitness, then we're talking about weed. Yeah, so this time I'm going, and that time I was dirty. Like, I would shower like once every 6 months. I'd get a hotel to do it. And, yeah, watch my old videos from there, and like the black is so thick under my nails. Yeah, I used to wear the same clothes every day. The clothes were my wiping pad for all the food I ate. Right? So I'm about to do that again, but I'm gonna do it in like a bigger van, and I'm gonna have Planet Fitness. So I did not have a Planet Fitness membership. I only showered when I went to hotels. I did it at truck stops like twice. The first time I ever got a shower at the truck stop, they were so surprised they gave it to me for free. Like, I know who you are. You're no charge. So, yeah. This is me having showered last night. Pretty clean. So, yeah. Definitely, like, I had this compulsive, I had to be drunk. I had to be high every day. And the thing that helped a lot was taking dewormer. Honestly, taking things that like dewormer brought down my general level of feel good, but I think I was artificially high because of the worms. So like the dewormer I took, I'm gonna do the one Joe Rogan takes coming up soon. The dewormer I took was like called fenbendazole. It does lungworm, brainworm, bodyworm, intestine worm, heartworm. Like all these worms can live in your body, and they control your emotions. They coil around your organs and affect how you think, right? So taking that changed how I think in a big way. And so it's like when I'm dealing with people, I always think, have they taken dewormer? You know, because worms will do two things. Worms will make you sexy to people. Worms will make you want to mate. And worms will also make you want to fight, because both are a fluid exchange, right? And a lot of the things I had done in my past, I wouldn't do now, given like how I've changed. I was patient zero spreading some BS. I don't mind admitting that. It could probably help you more if you saw that yourself, but so yeah. Anyway, the past time I did van life was I was really just in two SUVs. I would live in the front seat. I would sit there all day if I wasn't driving. And in the night, I would go to the back and sit in the back, lay down in the back. It's a good way to save money if you can do that. Rent is so bad. I believe in holographic money. Like, also, my mayor of my town just approved a bunch of money to help build, like, affordable housing. Affordable is not $300,000. That is not affordable. Affordable is like 5,000, 10,000. You're really talking about a toilet, some electricity, some running water. You don't need to have 50 outlets. You don't need to have 5 bathrooms or 2 bedrooms. You can have a room with a toilet. Maybe a curtain can be drawn over it. I like the bubble houses. You know, some yard space. One room. You need one room, right? And that's what I want. I don't want to buy $100,000. Even $100,000 house is like, if it's made out of wood, no, it's got to be like flexi concrete and steel. One room flexi concrete and steel. That's a good one. But yeah, I used to shower with like whenever I'd get a hotel. I had done road life and van life like homeless with no money, where every day if I wanted anything I had to fucking beg or play music or whatever. And I met a lot of cool people doing that. There's a lot of rich people who do that. There's people who are like millionaires who do that. And so it's like while I was doing that, I was always praying. And I was never lonely. Now that I have money, I'm a little more lonely. I keep to myself more. But yeah, I was really just owed for work I had done that I gave a lot of myself and I got very little back. And a lot of people saw that, and now I have more back for having done that. So I do believe there should be a free tier for living. Holographic as a free tier. The people who work will make like 3-4 times starting what the free tier is. The free tier can't be less than that. You know? The balance is the government only gets double the free tier. Anything you do for the government is 2x free. Right? So it's a great balance. But yeah, I believe in holographic money. Anyway, we're talking about Planet Fitness. Fitness food in my mouth. I have a quesadilla brewery. I love quesadillas. So yeah, before I would get a hotel, which is like rent, the cheapest rent you'll find is like $800. I have extremely cheap rent because it's in a freaking bad and weird place. It's got problems. But whatever. We made it better. We did. The energy of us here this past year has transformed this area big time. So, yeah. Last time I used to get hotels. This time I'm going to go Planet Fitness. It's like I'm going to double up on gym shorts. There could be a Planet Fitness in every major town. Where am I going to go next? Where's the Planet Fitness? Work in 3-4 showers a month. 4 showers a month is enough. Especially if you're doing laundry on that day. Yeah. I can wear clothes over and over for a couple weeks before they get a little too much. Or longer. Right? Because I've gotten there. It's like a yoga power. Is your body a toxic cesspit? You can change your mind about that and actually bring out different experiences with your body. So, yeah, I got a lot of things from my experiences I've had. I knew the people who I thought looked the most in touch and the most intelligent, and I did what they did. And they weren't businessmen in suits. They were like ultra artistic vagabonds who played music, right? I was like, what did you do? Took freaking, you know what? So, and it taught me a lot. I would love, 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 love to one day have like a leader of this stuff, be able to sip it at my convenience. But it's been over a decade, and I just like, I haven't needed to. It really has. It had a crazy effect. So, but anyway, different subject. I do want to get out there and do more van life, like try to get into some social circles. I lost my ukulele on a weird turn. This dude drove after me and tried to give it back, and I was like, nah, I don't need it. So, I'm going to get something else. Maybe I'll make something. It's not hard to put some strings to hold some strings up and put a tensioner. That's all you need. You don't need a wooden box to project the sound. That's optional. So yeah. You don't even need more than one string. If you hold the string by hand, you can change how freaking taut it is and do all sorts of stuff with that. So yeah. So what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Planet Fitness. So you can shower at any Planet Fitness. I hadn't done that yet. That's going to be some fun shopping I have to do, is get a nice gym bag and then get a lock. A lock I like. Yeah. That's all I got to do. Do you get a dial lock? I've used dial locks, or if you have the combo, you can open it. That's efficient because you don't need a key. Maybe I can get some. That'd be awesome if I could get like a one-of-a-kind lock that has no key. You just have to know how to open it. And it's hard to know how to open it. It's like a secret. That'd be cool. I busted off this metal sign earlier. This is made out of metal and screwed in, and I walked over to it thinking it was paper. It was metal and like affixed, and I was just like, I'm not stopping it. I freaking broke it. I was proud of that. I am a strong MFer. Like, I'm not bodybuilder strong. I'm like super soldier strong. Yeah, I'm a different type of strong and fast. You see with my art. You know how I paint all those individual objects in my art? I paint with the vibration. I make little choices as it's vibrating up the page about what to do. So, yeah. But this time, I'm not going to get any hotels. I'm actually going to, because hotels are gross. Do you want to spend $200 for a hotel? I don't. So what you're going to be getting is a motel. And what's a motel? Fucking crappy. Usually it's gross. You don't want to walk on the carpet. So it's like, cancel every hotel, cancel every motel. I can save some money for if I ever have to do like car repairs. I could stay someplace. Because that's like the biggest challenge when you're doing car repairs. Are the parts there? Where are you going to stay while they're fixing it? You got to think about that. Like, the way to travel with van life is you've got to have money on hand to pay for the most expensive repair you could possibly have, and like 2 weeks worth of hotels. And if you have that money nest egged, then you're safe. Then you're like, nothing can really happen that bad. So, but yeah, definitely taking that dewormer changed a lot about who I am. And I think these are like ancestral parasites. They affected my mom, they affected my dad. So basically, like, I'm a new person. Nobody in my whole lineage has ever been like I am. So, this is one of the reasons I stay safe from the law, too, is I can talk. I tell a good story, and I mean it. It's my real story. So, nobody ever puts you down if they like you, or they know who you are, right? So, let's find a real purple. Where's that purple at? That wasn't the purple. That's the purple. Planet Fitness. So yeah, I was researching locations. A lot of the places I like going have a Planet Fitness. So, I do believe you can replace the gym with like a heavy elastic band. Because the heavy elastic band gets heavier than its rated weight if it's really stretched. And it takes up no space. It's like, and you can do a lot with it. So, yeah, that's going to be my next foray living in a car. I'm going to cancel the hotels. And I'm going to, this dog's listening to me. I love this dog. It's a cute dog. And I'm going to do Planet Fitness. So, I have really good micro towels. I have great shower shoes. Soap, I'll refill soap as I need it. But what I really gotta get is like maybe a good washcloth. A really good yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get another oversized shirt, another pair of gym shorts. And have 3. I only have 2 pairs of clothes. Like, that Kirby shirt is dead. I did too many charcoal paintings with that Kirby shirt. I didn't make all that art to get famous. I made all that art to leave a body of work on Earth. So, I'm not going to miss this traffic noise. This is one of the reasons, like, if you're doing stealth camping, you don't want to park on a busy road. You don't want to be at a freaking rest stop. You want to find some place that's like, I wish they did travelers circles. I wish they had a place that was like a cul-de-sac with a bathroom. AI monitoring is going to, like, people are resisting it, but I love AI monitoring for history and security. Like, it's going to be hard to pull off crimes anymore. That's why I'm with basic income. All those criminals are criminals because it's too hard to fucking make it civilian side. And so if you give them a little leak in here, you can survive. And in return for that, we're going to know what you're doing. I think that's fair. The privacy was too much. So yeah. I have good shower shoes. I love Crocs. I used to hate Crocs. I love Crocs. Like, I used to like what do you call it? The skinny bitches, like thin girls. They're all bony. I got a hug from a big woman once. It changed my life. I was like, wow, that was squishy. It was awesome. So yeah. Anyway, that poor dog. Yeah, Planet Fitness. It's got to be a lock I don't need a key for. It's got to be like a gym bag. Yeah, I need a good gym bag, good lock. What do you need for the shower? Something to hold your stuff, maybe a suction cup. Some grate. Yeah, maybe like a grate thing you could pick up in like a little trolley, a little hand trolley or something. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I did that for like 5 years, where every time I wanted a shower, I did it. Like, I did it twice in a truck stop. Every other time was like a hotel. It's like went like 3-4 weeks without showering. I'm like, by the end I was going like 5-6 months. I would go a long ass time without showering. So, your ancestors didn't do it all the time. It only was invented recently that you put soap on and rinse off every day. They used to not do that. You get to kind of like a maximum dirty and you don't go any dirtier. It's kind of true. So yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing is I have a toilet. I have a folding toilet that holds 400 pounds. And so I'm going to get like, how am I going to handle my poop from now on? Honestly, it's going to be like, probably going to fill the toilet with like wood chips. And then when the bag is full, fill that with like charcoal lighter. And then put that on top of a big pyre. It is very, 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 very hard to burn something when it's under the fire. That's almost impossible. But if you do it right, you can have like a real inferno and then put it on top. And then what'll happen is it'll totally burn out. It'll dry out and then cook to a crisp. And then that's no crime. Yeah. Worst comes to worst, I'll just take the poop and like mark it and throw it in a dumpster or whatever. Yeah, Planet Fitness, man. If they had like trash disposal, hey, every Planet Fitness has a dumpster you can use, then it would be perfect. Sometimes finding a dumpster is tricky. You can ask a gas station, be like, hey, I've got some trash, a little more than the mouth of this trash bag. Do you mind if I throw it in the dumpster? I've never had them say no. They do that. You can also ask people who are at gas stations what they know. If you go to a town and you're like, hey, what's going on in town? They'll tell you, just like a video game. You go up, hey, heard any rumors? They do. The people who work gas stations, people come in and it's like, hey, did you hear about this happening? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can get info from people who work at gas stations. They usually know what's going on. There's a place, I usually think of criminals as men. There's a place in the US where the criminals are all women. Do you hear about this? There's a place where they have like 3 or 4 female prisons all in the same spot. It's called Susanville. Yeah. It's like usually the men are criminals, not in Susanville. All the women are criminals. Yeah. There's a couple hotties, but I don't mess with that. Anyone who would like, what does it take to find a loyal woman? You know, I've been asking the creator to give me somebody. I really believed in like love manifestation. Like I'm going to meet my soulmate. It don't work like that. I just don't think it does. Maybe I'm cursed with being a bachelor. It's probably like why I'm hot is I'm like always single. So anyway, Planet Fitness. I'm going to do that from now on for my shower. So instead of $200 a month on hotels, it's going to be like 20 and just sleep in my car again. I did not get to giving it a new suspension. I really want to try it out on a dirt road before I do that. I don't think it needs a new suspension. You know, if I have like $10,000 on hand for a major repair, then I won't need to worry about it. Anything breaks like that, you could fix it for under 10 grand. 10 grand is a lot. Like 10 grand is like your engine and your transmission were broken at the same time. And it took 2 weeks to fix. You may even get away with that for like 5 grand. So, not saying I'm planning on having problems, but that's one of the biggest worries when you're out there is like when your home is your car. When your home is your car, that can be stressful. Because if anything goes wrong, you're like, oh no, this is where I fucking live. I can't let that happen. So yeah, I will not be using hotels for showering anymore. It's forbidden. Not even takeout's not that nice, you know. And on top of that, I'm not gonna. What is the other thing I'm not gonna do? I can still poop in the woods because coyotes are like a guarantee. All over the U.S., anywhere you go, there's coyotes, and they love eating poop. They'll let you know they did it. You can go out there, you can find your hole, and it's dug up, and the poop's gone. They'll howl. They'll let you know afterward you got raided. Give you a thank you, a woo. Especially desert coyotes. Desert coyotes don't got shit. So yeah. That's my plan. It's gonna be cool. This will be like having gone from 2 SUVs to going to a cargo van is going to be a huge upgrade. But I'm moving down from, oh yeah, they fixed my shower head today. Yeah, they had to come over at first. I was like, oh, let me know. They just came over and fixed that shower head. They unscrewed it, put more tape on it, screwed it back in. The leak was fixed. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to have to get a gym bag. I don't shop for much. The only things I've bought recently were things I absolutely need for living in a car. Like this machete I've got, that machete cost $4, and I've had it for like 5 years. So I don't. The bow I've got, because I'm a Sagittarius, that costs like $40. It's not a strong bow. It's for shooting like art arrows. Like when I like a spot, I'll put a big white arrow in it because of Zelda. So yeah, being able to sit down and rest the past few years has way helped a lot of my persistent injuries. Like I still got it, like when I tries to raise my arm, my fucking shoulder pops. I've got this thing in there that's like going like that. That happened from overuse, you know. So yeah, rotator cuff in my leg too. There was a brutal ruck march, like a long ruck march with a heavy weight. Fucked my leg up. I wasn't able to walk after it. Like literally, I'm physically incapable of walking, and ever since then, I've had a limp. So, was it a rollover wearing body armor? I was in a rollover wearing body armor, and then I became a master driver instructor, and I used to go on like routes with kids driving. So I was the instructor. Their logic was he already saw what can happen. Let him teach the course. So, and doing that fucked my back up because it's like wearing body armor while you're bouncing around on a vehicle that was designed before the body armor was made. They weren't planning on people being shaped like that sitting there. That fucking, So, I'm not rich doing that. But I do get paid for the physical discomfort and the limitations. So, as they should. Hey, thanks for your service. Did what you do fucking ruin your life a little bit? We gotcha. That's fair to me, because it's not a lot. I cost less than a soap dispenser. I cost half as much as a fucking soap dispenser annually. You can help me survive. But I believe in basic income. I'm not out there going, taxpayers should pay for that. I'm going, they should have just given a little bit anyway. No tax. So, yeah, holographic money is a cool idea. But anyway, so this will be the first voyage I'm going on where I'm like, oh, I got my bug scanner, my bug-o-meter, or this thing. I found some in my house. My light switch goes crazy. My lamp goes crazy with this thing. So this is the wireless mode. It's like, here's my router. Here's my phone. It's 3 bars from my phone. It's 5 bars for my light switch. And it's another 5 bars for my ceiling lamp. Creepy. It's like I left my house and I left my my stove on deliberately. Like the next day they delivered a fire extinguisher. It's like, how'd you know I left the house with the fucking thing on? Because they're spying. Yeah. I'll put on a show. You watching me? Put on a fucking show. You're gonna see some stuff. I'll use your desire to spy as a way to give you fucking information. So, am I loyal to the US? I'm loyal to the people who live here. Like, I believe that the people who, be it my friends and family, the people who work, I'm loyal to them. I'm not loyal to any, like, idea structure, because that can be BS. I'm loyal to my right to live as I want. Like, do I have rights that they gave me? Or do I have rights because you can't take them from me? I will stop you. Really be. So, yeah. I'm going to be showering at Planet Fitness. Fitness quesadilla in my mouth. The quesadilla did need to cool. It was going to be a freaking hot one. So, scary, yeah. 3 bars on my phone, 3 bars on my Wi-Fi, 5 bars on my light switch. What is that about? That is weird. How do you see through that thing? There's got to be like the tiniest hole. They can even have like, what do you call it? Polyphase. Polarized. Yeah, they can have a polarized surface that looks opaque from one side but see-through on the other. Yeah, that low price tag on rents came with some curiosity. Yeah. I'm kind of okay with it. Because I already believe like the AI should watch everything for holographic money. You want to know what I do? Fine. Hope it's interesting. It can't be that fucking unique. But yeah, this will probably be having the bigger vehicle, having a deployable little scooter, having my own toilet, having my own tools to fix my own vehicle, and like I got a 4-cylinder, but it's like an easy to access 4-cylinder. I don't need to go 80 miles an hour. I can go 55. I'll get there just fine, right? Hopefully the belts are all good. Yeah. It is true that you need money to fix your vehicle and money for the hotel. Sometimes I got lucky and I'd have a breakdown that it would be fixable that day, but still waiting in the freaking mechanic lobby for hours sucks. I had a few cool mechanics that were like, come to you mechanics who'd fix it with you and took like a negotiated fee. That was kind of cool. I had a mechanic, I had to scrap the vehicle, and he came by to look at my new one. Like, oh, nice. It was a really good new one, too. I think the problem with that one is when the oil light went on, I didn't fix it enough. I didn't do enough to fix it. So, there's these noises out in the woods, too. This shit, plane noises and sirens are out there in the woods, too. It's hard to, like, fully get away from it. They have to let everyone know when they're speeding. It'd be great if there was, like, a better than a helicopter flyer, like a jet-armed, 4 jet arms, and it can just go and then land anywhere. That would be pretty cool. Hey, nothing's free for us. If you want it, someone has to freaking make it and maintain it. Everything corrodes so far. There's some new materials that don't suffer naturalistic forces as much, especially as we went molecular. They got way better. So, Yeah, I'm excited about Planet Fitness. It's been a long time since I've been in a gym locker room. I was in the military still. It's not bad. I've seen a lot of dudes naked. It's kind of how I learned about circumcision. That's why I went in. I was like, I need to be a urologist, go to prison, become gay, or I could join the military. And I wanted to go Air Force. So part of me was, but I was like, I won't see enough people naked if I go into the Air Force. So I had to do the Army. And I did. I saw a lot of dudes, and it was like, because I was like, circumcision, what the fuck did they do to me? And what's normal? I had to answer those questions outside of their educated circuit. I had to know firsthand, and I did. I found out. I went looking for it, and I found it. So it's one of the reasons I'm being useful to people right now is I know better. A lot of people have seen diagrams. They've seen limited numbers of people naked. Not me. I've seen a fucking ton of people naked. Don't need a diagram. I know what it actually is. So, yeah. Anyone circumcise you, they hate you. They're being cruel. They think you're stupid. They use lies and they're greedy. Yeah, people who are circumcised, liars, greedy liars. Cut this baby so those little girls are virgins. When Pinocchio's lying, his nose is growing bigger. You notice that? He wants to be a real boy. Did you notice that? Figure that out. Lies of P. Weird how Elden Ring came out at the same time Lies of P did. I was blowing up this stuff online at the time it was coming out. Yeah. I'm not like the most famous person in the world, but I have definitely grabbed the collective boat and rocked it, and everyone was like, that dude is doing that. So, anyway. Yeah, no more hotels. It's going to be Planet Fitness. Got my purple on. I may even work out in there. Who knows? It's been a while since I worked out. It'd be nice. I'm still strong as fuck. I knew this, like, okay, you know how bodybuilders are really weak? When I was in doing push-ups every day, I was weak as heck. When I would take like 6 months, say a big training exercise or deployment, and I wouldn't do any push-ups at all, my strength would come back. I would be able to do way more push-ups than I could if I was doing them every day, right? And so it's like you need rest to build strength. You know what's funny is I had a vehicle accident, right? I like rolled, you know. How I felt after that felt exactly like a workout. Identical feeling to working out really hard was having a vehicle accident. Is working out actually good for you? Should you actually be going and exerting your maximum energy every day? The like assumed was like, yeah, if you want to get fit, but now I'm like, nah, that was always bad for you. You were never supposed to do that. The people who told you to do that don't fucking like you, right? It's like you're going to heaven. Why? They want to cut your fucking dick off. They don't like you. They think you're stupid. You might like the things they're into, which are theirs. So, yeah, I'm going to Planet Fitness. I got to get a good dumpster solution beyond gas stations. I hope I keep this. This is my hope for this vehicle, that I keep it until there's a really nice solar camper. Like the thing runs on sunlight and maybe like a foot pedal thing, right? Where I can generate electricity. Why would you go to the gym and run on a treadmill? Put a cycle in your electric vehicle and frickin' pedal. You could recharge your electric vehicle in 40 minutes with a cycle that amplifies amperage correctly. Like, I got a hand crank that can fry anything. This hand crank is from Japan. This thing will absolutely cook anything you put into it. So, it'll glow and explode in seconds. If it can put off power like that, you could easily charge your own EV with a little this action. Like, what's wrong with the Flintstones car? You don't want to have a Flintstones car? You could pedal and it could charge your battery when it's freaking cloudy out. See, that's an idea. I'm not a businessman though. I'm not like copyright it. We'll get the capital. Nah, I just want to be like cool. Like, did you hear that idea? That's a good idea. Let's do that. It's not like, oh yeah, now I'm the Flintstones car guy. Who cares? So it sucks. Like their darknesses really do shape their way in a big way. They're not these charming co-creators. They're a lot like, well, how can I personally profit? If I can't personally profit, I don't want to do it. Right? Which is weird. So yeah, I'm going back on the road. I'm doing it different. It's probably be my third vehicle, my best vehicle. And it's going to be the most fun I've ever had. I'm big on that traveler circle, like a cul-de-sac designed for people to pull up that has like, not a rest stop, but like in a town. Like if you visit a town, they have the traveler circle. All the travelers can go there and post up. So that's what I really want. Write my mom every day. My mom was writing me until I didn't like circumcision, and now she's like really like put it down mean and stiff. She also has Alzheimer's. She's like, when I visited home and she saw me, she was back to being nice, but like a little while after that she was back to like, who are you? So yeah, she's past the age of Alzheimer's, and I think she's got it. She's like crazy. She was having problems when I knew her. Yeah, poor lady. Social isolation, anorexia, worms. These things have had like a toll on her health, and she's not all there. She's not all there. So she got me circumcised so it'd be cleaner. And then because I'm dribbling pee on the floor because the pee guider's gone, now she's taking me to the pool to swim in urine as punishment. That shit happened. I know, like, once they're cutting your willy off to freaking attack you for the government, if they don't catch they're doing that for somebody on Earth, they double down and just make it ultra abusive. So the thing that I got is I don't believe I deserved that. You did that in a past life to somebody. Nah, I was born and I really die. You know, that's really the story. And I know I went through it, but I know other people. I saw kids in my neighborhood who were starved. I knew kids in my neighborhood who were fucking starved. Their knee joints were the thickest parts on them. Right? Bulimics, stuff like that. So, sick and sad. Not my preference. So, yeah. It's been rough, but I don't mind being alone on the road. At a campsite, no one should ever come up to a campsite where you're by yourself and there's other sites open. Don't take any visitors. That's why I used to decorate with bones. Get deer bones and cover my car with bones. Let people know I don't want to see you. You better have fucking tits. You know what I mean? So yeah, this time's gonna be different. It'll be the cheapest, the most money I can save. And it's going to be way easier showering at Planet Fitness instead of in a hotel. So that's my story. That's the vlog for tonight. Planet Fitness. Fitness quesadilla in my mouth. Yeah.